Welcome to the special series of Relationship Talk, the podcast created to celebrate Black men and Black men of Black heritage, recognizing who they are, their achievements, the impact they're making, and the legacy they're leaving. In today's episode, I'm in conversation with Greg Fearon, the identity architect, founder of the $1 Million Body Method, a premium health and identity transformation program for high achieving corporate women at the £6,000 level. His clients are general counsels, HR directors, and C-suite executives, women who are among the best in the world at what they do professionally, yet can't make their health consistent. Greg's diagnosis is precise. The problem isn't motivation, discipline, or the right protocol. It's an identity conflict between who they are at work and who they believe they are allowed to be outside of it. You can find out more about Greg's powerful work in the show notes. During this conversation, Greg dives into why your identity is so important in shaping both your personal and professional growth, and why the way you show up in each can't truly be separated. Greg also shares his daily method of operation, a simple practice that brings him a deep sense of fulfillment in life and his relationship. When I asked Greg what we as a society can do better to support Black men, his answer was thought-provoking. He said we need to stop relying on society, and you'll hear exactly why during the episode. Alongside that, Greg reveals the one question every man, especially Black men, ought to consider asking themselves regularly, and so much more. Whilst this series celebrates the voices and experience of Black men and men of Black heritage, the themes explored in this conversation are relevant for anyone interested in identity, growth, and meaningful relationships. You are about to get the whole RLT, aka Relationship Talk, so you're going to want to watch the entire episode. I hope you will find this conversation as enjoyable as I did. And remember to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell. I'm Teresha Young, your host and international wellness and relationship coach. Enjoy, take notes, and get ready to apply all key messages you take away today. Hello, Greg. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing marvelous. Thank you so much for asking me, because I'm so super excited, Greg. You are the first special guest for this very special series. So, ta-da!
I'm nervous now.
You're setting the benchmark now, Greg. You know,
Okay, I better raise the levels. I better raise the
yeah,
level.
levels. You know how we're going to go with this. So, Greg, for listeners meeting you for the first time, who is Greg Fearon in your own words?
Greg Fearon is the identity architect, and I work with women who are C-suite, general counsels, heads of, to I literally find the spots that stop them having the body and the health they want.
Wow. Now, identity architect. I absolutely love that. What's so important about being connected to one's identity then?
Because ultimately it drives who you are and how you show up, right?
Mm,
It shows where you get upset with things. It shows how you react in relationships. It shows how you react with your health. Your
mm,
identity is everything. Like we can have all the tactics in our lives around our business, relationships, all of that stuff, fitness, health. We can have all of the tactics. Those are what I call level one work.
mm,
Level two is the somatic work, breath work, tai chi, whatever, whatever.
mm.
Level one is identity and beliefs. Level three, should I say? Because without those, you won't implement all of the other things about on the other two levels. So I worked out. I've probably realized this over the years that when I've been working with clients, it was always the weight loss kind of
Mm.
thing. And most of my clients, A, didn't actually come to me for that. There was something deeper. But also, they virtually had all the tactics. They knew the diets, they knew the exercise, they most of them know all the new stuff more than me nowadays, right? Like they knew
Yeah.
the thing was they weren't implementing it.
Mm,
And that is where I come in and look at the beliefs, identity, and then help them build the plan on top that makes it sustainable means they carry on past the 90 days that everyone
Yes.
normally does and falls off. So identity is everything.
Mm. Well, I can imagine that obviously you do great work, and I've been following your work for so many years. And I know that you go deep and you have the layers, and identity is at the core of your work. So, for you, then, Greg, how important is having a sense of identity and purpose for your own personal journey?
I think, boy, my journey's been a long one, right? I'm old
Yeah.
now. So, no, you're not supposed to say yes.
I didn't say anything. I just laughed.
Yeah,
Old.
that laugh, yeah. There's grey in my beard. But I think over the years, my identity has changed a lot.
Mm,
Um, and it's shaped by many different things. Obviously, son of Jamaican parents who are immigrants to the UK. And that sets you in a certain way of living anyway,
yes.
right? If you've
Yeah, it
never been
does.
a child of Jamaican parents
Hmm.
and not heard the lines, those who can't hear must feel, then,
Oh,
then you haven't lived yet, right? So go back to your childhood and revisit it because that's the line. But
or you definitely were hearing and you never had to feel. You know how it goes.
I had to feel a whole lot of times, right? But that sets you up with a certain identity,
Yeah.
an identity around money,
Hmm.
an identity around value, around worth, because
Yeah.
you have to remember my parents came here when they had signs that said no dogs, no Irish, no blacks, right?
Yes.
So that really impacts how you grow up and the stories that they tell you.
Mm,
And then again, that those stories that you and narratives that you've got as a child then follow you throughout the rest of your life.
of course, yes.
And if you don't look at them, address them, and understand them, then you can't upgrade your identity anyway. You can't move into your next level of business or life or relationships. You can't do it.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I guess that's where it's brought me to is here now to go. I'm the person who looks past what you say or how you say things or how you behave, and that tells me what the underlying identity is, and then we can work to change that, improve that, do it differently.
Mm, thank you for going there. So I'm thinking about your identity, and you spoke about it and your growth, kind of on a personal level. What about your professional growth then? Because you have been, working in the industry, you've seen many changes. So tell us a bit about your professional growth then, and what led you to becoming the identity architect.
Well, it's the same thing, right? Because you can't separate your personal from your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all try to do this, right? We always go, oh,
Yeah.
my personal life is here,
Hmm.
relationships here, health and fitness there.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Um, so I think that seeing those things and seeing those patterns, being a leader in my own right in terms of I used to work in leadership. So at one point I used to manage 300 employees
Yeah.
across 2 sites in 6 departments.
Wow.
And that helped me to understand people.
Mm, mm,
So just for the listeners, what I would do is did my degree, sports science and all that stuff, went into the world of work. I got promoted to like a senior manager eventually. It was interesting being the only black senior manager as well in a
hmm.
company. For those of you who remember Carphone Warehouse, that's who I
Yes.
used to work for. Yeah, that's who I used to work for.
Just love that
Um,
show.
great, they were great. It was a great company to work for, to be
Mhm.
fair. But I was very lucky. They sent me a lot of courses to help me with coaching and leadership. But fundamentally, all leadership coaching is understanding people, what motivates people, what makes people move.
Mm,
That's what it comes down to, and then helping them to get there and helping them to perform. So, and I would coach the ladies I coach and train them on the side. So I'll get up in the morning, coach clients, do a full day's work, go home in the evening, and then do more client work. And I started to realize that what I was learning in the world of work was the same thing in the world of getting people fitter and healthier. There was no
uh-huh.
difference.
Yeah.
There was no difference at all. Like the tactical stuff, as I mentioned, is different to some degree, but ultimately it's about the person.
Yeah.
Um, and I think having a background in martial arts as well has taught me about the value of things like repetition, that it's
Mhm.
okay to fail. and actually failure is learning. Um, so in order for me to have grown in my business, I had to learn that if everything isn't going right, then there's always another solution, or I need to up level who I'm being to get there.
Yes. Yes. So that leveling up, and you also spoke about, some of your practices there when it comes to your health and fitness. So I'm curious, what does your daily method of operation look like? What's your DMO then in practice? From when you get up to your day, what does that look like?
All right, I'm gonna be. Shall I really be honest?
Yeah, go on. But
Get up in the
yeah,
morning.
this is real talk. Come on now.
Yeah,
You have to be
yes.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you not the social media influencer talk. I'm gonna give you the real talk.
Yes.
Get up in the morning, kiss the missus good morning,
Mm,
maybe scroll my phone for a second.
yeah.
Then we go to the gym. So then after I'll do some strength training, or I'll do some animal flow, or I'll do some martial arts, or
Yeah.
mix it all up. Come back, relax, have breakfast,
Mm,
maybe read, do some qigong, some meditation. Um, and then it's just about good food and moving, right?
mm.
So like I make it really super simple. The things I do in the gym, people are a bit like, how do you do that? Because I'm a big guy, right? People are like, how do you do that?
Okay.
Because I practice it.
Aha. Aha.
See, most people, I kind of come to this today, and you're going to get this first bit from my podcast.
Mm.
People only get upset about the things they can't do or won't do.
Okay. Yes.
So my thing is to me is like, well, either I can do it or I won't do it. That's a choice. It's always a
Mm,
choice. So for me, that's the health regime. Like eat some vegetables, eat some protein, eat some tasty carbs, make sure the food is tasty. Don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Like I think with the health stuff, I've gone from being a real geek about every little thing, like what does this hormone do every day? Like, getting really deep into it. And I've
yeah.
realized that for the women I work with, they need simple.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and the same in business, right? You need simple.
Yeah.
And I think you get to a stage of mastery in your life where it's not that I'm never going to learn again. I don't think that's the case. But I'm at the point where I look at things very simply because often it's a case of
Mm,
I'm either doing the thing that I'm supposed to do or I'm not. It's
yes.
really about the complexity.
Yes. Yes.
And in business, in life, we put complexity in the way often to stop us doing the things we know we should do.
Mm. I love our conversations, Greg. Oh my goodness, because we go into the layers. So when you was talking about people get upset about things that they can't do or won't do, and you just keep it simple. And you know what? I love this acronym, KISS. Keep it super simple. KISS, kiss it. And the word self-responsibility were coming to me when you spoke about that. And so many people don't actually realize they disempower themselves actually by not taking responsibility and saying, I can't do it, I won't do it, rather than I will or I can. So you have just run through what your DMO looks like. I love that. The missus gets a kiss in the morning. Lovely. Slow it down, pacing, not racing. I love the flow there. For somebody listening to that, they might think, okay, that's great for Greg. I'm not quite sure where to start for me. So, what does proactive well-being and self-responsibility look like for somebody who may just be starting out on that journey?
Well, the first things first, right, is who do you want to become?
Oh, go there again.
Because, because ultimately I can give you all the tactics, right? I've
Yeah.
got a list full of tactical things that we can do. But here's the thing. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as? And there's two bits. There's the dream and there's the nightmare.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So before you embark on any health change or even business change or relationship change, the first question you have to ask is, what is my dream? Like, what do I want so bad to happen
Yeah.
that I'm willing to run through brick walls because that's the life I want? On the other token, because humans are very sensitive to pain, right? We move
Mm,
often because of pain. So
yeah.
it's also quite good to have a nightmare. So What's the thing you really, really don't want that if you take this action, it stops the nightmare from happening?
Yes.
Yeah. So before you do anything, decide what you want. And you have to be brave about it. Like every client, I swear, has come to me with the I want to lose weight,
Yes.
right? And this is what I tell them. I'll tell them if that's your goal, then we can't work together. Like, let's just end it here because this is not going to work.
Okay.
And they're a bit shocked. They're like, oh, what does that mean? I'm like, well, you've said you wanted to lose weight about 60 million times already in your life and you haven't done it
Uh,
yet. So either the goal or the dream isn't big enough to emotionally move you towards it, or the nightmare isn't scary enough for you to move.
mm,
Losing weight is not big enough for you. There's got to be more. Talk to me. And then eventually you hear things like, I want to be an athlete,
mm.
or I want to be, and I'm gonna have to go ghetto now. I want to be the hot body gal, right?
Yes.
It's one of my clients. That's
Yes.
her super what we call a superhero identity.
Okay.
That, that's the person that she's decided she wants to be. I want to be the hot body gal.
Yes.
Most people won't say that because it's too exposing, it's
Mm,
too bossy, it's too bright.
yeah.
Like you should just be like, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds.
Mm,
Doesn't matter. So that's the first thing. What's the dream? What's the nightmare? Then secondly, you need to create the new identity, the superhero identity.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some people who are like, oh, I say, I want to be the hot body gal, you say it, but you don't truly believe it. How can you start to really believe it? Because people want to dream big, and then you get that self-doubt, you get that criticism, you get that, oh, come on now, get real, be real. That's not for you. So how can you truly start to believe the person that you want to become?
By doing it.
Whew.
Simple answer.
Simple. Keep it simple.
Just by doing it.
You go out and you be that hot body gal.
Yeah. Just go and do it. Like, so here's the thing, right? For me, I want to be the 90-year-old ninja. That's my thing, right? I want to be able to wrestle my son when I'm 90. That's the goal.
Mm,
Yeah. So my superhero identity, I call him the 90-year-old ninja. Yeah.
yeah.
So when I get up in the morning, I don't feel too motivated. I say, what does the 90-year-old ninja do? The 90-year-old ninja gets to the gym or goes and practices some kung fu or does some tai chi. So
Yeah.
therefore, I got to go and do it.
Mm,
See, it's not the missing of the goal that's the problem. Is because we don't keep our promises to ourselves. That's where the problem comes in. Because here's the thing, right? Let's just say, even in a relationship point of view, let's say you go to see someone like you and you
yeah.
say, oh, maybe you need to allocate a date night. That will help make the relationship better, right?
Mm,
Well, if you don't book the date night,
yes.
nothing's going to happen. So if you don't book it, then you haven't given yourself evidence you can do it. So the problem
Mm,
is we want to wait for the evidence rather than create the evidence.
yes. Yes.
We are the evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of that evidence can come from, I'm going to use quote unquote, past failures, though. And that can lead to disappointment. So we're going to have stacks of evidence, probably more, because where we focus on is the things that we have the negativity bias, right? So we tend to look at the things that haven't gone right in our life and use that as evidence as to why we're not going to start and do it, or whether we stop doing something because what's the point type of thing. So in your life, Greg, you probably had many situations where you've looked at things that haven't gone quite right. How do you counteract that? How do you start to build some more supporting evidence?
There's a couple of things that I do. So every week I read through client testimonials.
Yeah, that's nice.
I go on my I've got stacks, right? I go on my
Yeah, of course you
LinkedIn
do.
and I just read the ones I've got on LinkedIn, right? I just read them.
Yeah.
That's evidence.
Mm,
Um, I also focus on what I can control.
yes.
And you see, in my world as a I guess a coach, and especially when you're doing things like weight loss, because it's dependent on the person implementing,
Hmm.
it can often feel like you're the failure when the person isn't implementing.
Yes.
Because I know over 20 years that if I get my clients to do X, Y, Z at a very basic level, they'll get the results.
Yeah, yeah.
So then the question then becomes is it me or is it them? And I have to be very honest. And this is what I say to clients, right? I say this. I will never give up on you unless you give up on yourself.
Okay.
Because I can't want it more than you. If I want it more than you, then there's something wrong in this relationship and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So for me, then it's like, right, I just ask myself very simple questions. Did I do what I said I was going to do?
Yes.
If it's a no,
Yes.
then I have to own it. Like I can make up a gazillion excuses, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it just comes down to data and facts. Here's a really big thing that I do with clients, right? They'll say something and I'll say, "Is that true?"
Mm.
And they'll say it again. But what I look for is the subjective words. I look for the words where they're creating a whole narrative around it.
Yeah.
So, prime example. Oh, Greg, I didn't get to the gym today, right? Because what happened was the cat fell over, this happened, the moon didn't align, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, now just do this one thing for me. Just say what happened. I didn't go to the gym.
The
Without
fact.
all, without all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that didn't happen. So now we have a
Yeah.
fact.
Yes.
We can change facts.
Yes.
Stories just mean that we can just create anything and just not and ignore it. And that's hard for
Yes.
people. Yeah, that's hard for people to just admit I didn't do what I said I would do.
Yes.
So then you only got two choices. Either do what you said you're going to do or don't. And if you
Mm.
don't, then that's okay as well. Like
Yes.
be okay with not doing what you said you were going to do.
Yes. Commitment, trust, all of that comes into it, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
ultimately, the only person you listen down is yourself. And we can do that by playing into stories, personal stories, but then also there's societal stories too, isn't there? Because we can feed into, for example, look, my family are all big boned, we just got bigness. We just got bigness in the family. So what's the point?
You you
Particularly,
you you got
yeah,
too much you got too much dumplings on your plate is what you got. Like let's stop it now. Come on
yeah,
now.
too much
Like
hard food.
yeah, too much hard food. Like I'm not again. I will never. I have a vast range of clients from ethnic backgrounds. I will never stop them from eating their cultural foods. Hell
Mm,
no. Like I'm never gonna get a client who's I don't know Gujarati to have
yeah.
to do the Mediterranean diet. That's not gonna work, right?
Mm,
That's
yeah.
not their cultural food. It doesn't suit their DNA. Doesn't suit their
Yeah.
history, their culture, all of that stuff. However, if you're gonna come and work with me, then you already have to decided that it's possible. You've
Yes.
already decided it's possible because I'm not gonna work with anyone who's like, yeah.
Mm,
Um, Here's the thing, right? The ladies I work with are very disciplined anyway.
yes.
They just don't know how to transfer the discipline to themselves.
Okay.
But what
Yes.
happens is this is the story. This is the bit. This is what happens. They go to work, they crush it, right? They deliver the
Hmm.
badass presentation, they
Yeah.
sign the £2 million deal, they win the case, whatever that is. In all of that, they never negotiate their standards.
Okay.
What happens is they get home, a bit tired,
Hmm.
and then they start to negotiate. Ah, there's some chocolate in the freezer, in the
Yeah.
fridge.
Yes.
Just have one. Ah, and these stories come up from a number of things, right? Because let's be honest, we all grew up with the notion that we had to just work all the time because that's
Yeah.
what happened with our parents.
Hmm.
The thought of leisure time, rest didn't
Yeah.
exist. Yeah. So now we have to kind of go, right. You told me your dream was this.
Mm.
You wanted to be the high rocks athlete. You wanted to be um the super sexy grandma. Like my clients come up with the best names. It's great.
Yeah.
Where are you negotiating that identity every day? Because that's what it is. It's private negotiation. That's what it is. It's the negotiation that these people they've trained with personal trainers, so they know what to do in the gym. It's never been that. It's the
Mm.
negotiation of the standards they hold for themselves with their body
Yes. Yes.
and the permission to not negotiate anymore and to keep it to the standard so that the people around them who might be like, oh, but Teresha, you're always in the gym or you
Yeah.
always eat healthy, let them people negotiate with themselves.
Yeah.
You do not have to negotiate yourself because let's be honest, to eat healthy and to eat unhealthily takes the same amount of time.
So, so true. So,
Did I
so
lie?
true. No,
Did
you
I
did
lie?
not lie. No, it is the truth.
So once we can start to understand this, and this is the thing, right? Is because we make these things about our character. Like
Mm,
we make it a dilemma of whether we're good or bad. It's
yeah,
not. It's just it's a yes or no. It's a binary.
yeah.
So if you decide that you want to have a Domino's pizza with the mayonnaise, right? You know the mayonnaise they give you with Domino's pizza. Do you know that little tub
Yeah.
they give you?
A little garlic sauce, little mayonnaise. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
know that.
Do you know how many? It's 500 calories in that, by the way. Just that
Jeez.
little thing alone,
No
right?
way.
Yeah. That's yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. No wonder why I don't eat it, Greg.
But here's the thing: it's not. We're not saying don't have it. We're saying
Yeah.
have some, and that's okay.
You made a choice though, right?
Exactly. You made the choice. So we can ultimately we can often say, it's because of my partner or whatever.
Mm.
You put the food in your mouth.
Yes.
So be okay with that. Like no one's judging you. You decided to do it. I'm not judging you.
No.
It's your body, your choice, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But when you can get to that radical level of responsibility, then you don't have the guilt. You can
Mm.
lose the guilt because you're just like, well, I decided to do that and I felt like it. Okay, cool. Now move on. Get on with it.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I think it comes down to a lot of celebration because you know that you said that you look over your client testimonials and that can help support the belief of what you're doing. And I think quite often we are very accustomed to beating ourselves up for not doing it. But actually, when we've made a choice not to have that garlic sauce, for example, with a pizza, we don't really go to layers of acknowledging that and even writing it down. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, I decided not to have it. So it feels like there needs to be more of an emphasis on actually recognizing when you make good choices, so for example, and giving yourself celebration for that because that's your support and evidence, right? That can make you think, I've done it before and I can do it again.
Well, here's the thing. You'll celebrate that deal you made. You'll celebrate getting that keynote speech.
Yes.
You won't celebrate making the choices to go for the 30-minute walk. Why?
Yeah. Exactly, because it doesn't feel like, well, is that because there's that external validation that perhaps comes from those achievements in the corporate life? There's recognition, there's why that you've done that, you've made that deal, it's going to be acknowledged. But sometimes we need to just validate ourselves. And when you make these personal wins, the silent wins, the silent when you're negotiating with yourself in a way that nobody's actually seeing it, perhaps that's why we don't do it because it's like,
So should I drop a bomb for you?
go on then.
The reason why you celebrate the work achievements is because you know that your parents would have likely have celebrated them.
Oh, oh, you gone deep now. Maybe,
I know,
oh, yeah, it's
I
true.
know, I know, I know. But that's the truth of it, right? I know. Even in my work, in my career, this is going to be a big one, I think. My mum wanted me to be a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right, well, I could have to be one of those three.
Yes.
So when I moved into first personal training a long time ago, she was very disappointed with me.
Mm,
At that point, that could have been a time where I said, "Well, my mum doesn't agree with what I do. I should quit."
yes, of course.
But I had to decide that it was what I wanted to do. I had a good job in the NHS, right? I used to run a gynecology department, endocrinology department. So when people talk to me about hormones, I know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
Don't.
yes.
But and she was like, "You left that job. You were senior management there, and you were, you know." And I was like, "Yeah, but I wasn't happy."
Mhm. Yeah.
And if you look at it, right, the people we follow and we admire are the people who do the things that they want to do.
Yes. It's true.
We love Michael Jackson. Why? Because that man poured so much of his soul into music,
Did. Yeah.
and you felt it, right?
Yes.
We follow Usain Bolt because he decided to make athletics fun.
Mm, yeah.
Michael Jordan, we followed him because the man was an obsessive winner to the point where we hated him.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he did the thing that he loved, winning. It's not even basketball, it's winning. That guy is the most like I wouldn't want to bet against him because he will do everything he can to win.
Yeah.
But our icons in life are often David Attenborough.
Yes.
He's the man. I don't care what anyone says. But he's made his life out of talking about animals and plants.
Yeah.
And we all
Wait,
know
the passion behind all of those people, though, right?
but he's a Dan Gorgon from
Yeah,
19 how long, yeah? So
absolutely.
so there comes a point, right, where you have to decide you're in enough pain in your current position to want to move.
Mm, yeah,
And if you're not, then you're too comfortable. And you can complain about it, but if you're not doing nothing about it, then and there's a big myth, right, that comes up that I can't do anything.
yes,
That's the
yes.
word we say because that you know what that is? That's the avoidance of pain.
Mm, yeah,
For me, I'd rather have the pain of trying to do something and it go, that didn't work. Okay, let me work out what's the next way.
yeah, yeah.
It's fun. I play the game. What can I do? That's the only question I'm allowed to ask myself. What can I do?
Yeah. But that's such a lovely forward thinking way to be positioned to me. What can I do? Or what will I do as well? Because it comes hand in hand. Because sometimes you think, what can I do? The question is, will you do it though? When it comes, and you have to have that passion and that fire behind you and knowing your reasons for doing it. But then also it must be linked to values because you spoke about the situation with your mum, like, no, why you live that job? I don't mind. I want you to be an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever, the three key professions that most people in our cultural positions want us to be in. But it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't bringing you ultimate happiness. So, what were some of your core values then that led you to say, no, I'm going to stay doing what I'm doing then?
Well, firstly, I'm not gonna lie, I like helping people, right?
Okay. No
And
way. I see.
I could probably help more people this way than I can in
Mm,
a being a doctor. Um, I can impact families with what I do. Because when I'm coaching the client, I'm actually trying to help the whole family, right? It's
yeah.
not. Um, so that's that. I think that's the key. Also, I've grown up with the working 20 hours a day. Like, I used to, like I said, I used to get up in the morning, train clients, go and be a manager, either
Mm,
in Carphone, the pension regulator, or in the NHS.
yeah.
Then I go out again in the evening and then do more work. What is it that why can't I move to Thailand
Mm,
and work 3, 4 hours a day and not get paid good money to do it?
yeah.
And that's the identity that I think many business owners have to drop
Mm,
because the identity of my my worth will
yes.
keep you broke, it will keep you tired, it will keep you hustling.
Yes. Yes.
Um, there are many people in the world who are not as talented as you, who are making more money than you and
Mm,
having more success because they're willing to do the work and show up. And oh, I'm helping people. You're not helping people.
mm, yeah.
You're being validated for your content. Oh, that's great content. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I was in this trap for a long time. So I guess for other business owners or for people following him, like coming behind me, I guess, or level with me, whatever, is you can really only help people when you move them. And for me, that's in that one-to-one space when I can have that conversation that makes them go, oh, yes, I didn't realize that about myself. I didn't spot the blind spot. Let me go and
Mm,
fix it.
yeah.
We get validation from, oh, that's a great post. That was an
Yes.
amazing post. And it's been interesting. I've changed how I like to show up and do my content over the last year. I
Mm,
don't get as many, oh, great, great posts. I do get more people messaging me going, oh, I think we need to work together in the future
hmm
because you told me what I needed to hear and what we needed to see. Because the validation is nice. The
hmm
validation does not get you paid.
Yeah.
And as a black man, we need to be paid. Black
Yeah.
people, we need to be paid. We need to stop downplaying our worth, stop giving favors to people. Yeah. Because you only resent people when they don't pay you for
hmm
whatever. They don't value either. Because
Mm,
here's the thing, right? I know, I guarantee this has happened to you before, where people have said, oh, I've got some relationship issues. Can you give me some tips? And you've gone, yeah, you do this, do this, do this, do this. Oh, yeah, great. 2 years later, divorce. Did you
hmm
not do the thing that I said to you to do? Oh no, they didn't really value it.
Yes.
All,
Yes,
all money, all money is an exchange of energy.
it is.
So I'm
Absolutely.
saying, listen, people will spend thousands upon thousands to go for a 2 week trip to Barbados
Mm-hmm.
because they value it.
Mm-hmm.
If they value their health, if they value their relationship, they value their relationship, their business, they'll go and pay it. They'll pay for it. If they
Absolutely.
don't, then they're not ready to change, and that's
Yeah.
okay. Let them.
Yes, let them.
Actually, no, make them.
Make them make them make payment.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah. And it's very important what you say there, because I know generally when it comes to, the black culture, sometimes we can have this little icky feeling around and money and so forth on it. And you've mentioned some key black men, even some men who you talk about, Michael Jackson, you've spoken about, the black men that you mentioned there during our conversation as well. What can we as a society do to better support black men, would you say?
Oh, I'm gonna say something very controversial.
Okay, golden.
Stop relying on society.
Eee, okay.
That's the line. Society generally plays at being average because it's safe.
Mm,
And it's only because let's be honest, right? And this is my experience. I can't say this is not definitely not every person of Afro-Caribbean experience, but my experience is this. We're risk averse. We sit there when we're old and we're like, oh, I wish I'd done that.
yes.
Yeah, we listen to our parents play dominoes,
Mm-hmm.
or they're sitting on the veranda with the rum and I wish I did meet that girl. I wish I did do this job. I wish I'd go to that country. Well, as Jay-Z would say, what the hell are you waiting for? Because until you start playing the bigger game,
Yes.
then the people you circle will move with you. There'll be people in your circle who will go, do you know what? That person's leading, I'm going to go with them.
Mm,
Don't be fooled by the social media as well, I don't think. I think you'll see a lot of people get lots of hey, and one of my previous clients, Natalie Bullen, always says, watch out for the atta boys and the atta girls, right? The
mm,
cheerleaders. But the cheerleaders never get on the pitch.
yes.
So you see social media and like, oh, this person's got lots of likes, lots of loves.
Yeah.
If they're not paying you, then these people aren't ready to move. Let
Yes.
them go. So I
Mm,
think I think we can't rely on society. Relying on society means you're waiting for something to happen and change.
okay.
And the only
Okay.
thing that you have control of is you.
Do you know what? Everything you're saying there, I was like, perhaps what keeps people, or the black men, the black society, I guess, stuck is this sense of belonging. It's like the fear of actually spreading your wings, like the fear of, oh my goodness, I'm going to Thailand. And everyone say, what's in Thailand? What are you going to be eating that in Thailand? You know?
They decide it's like they're gonna eat you alive, they're gonna
Yeah,
kill you, they're gonna chop you up, they're
exactly.
racist. Like,
Yes.
but these are all stories. These are stories that people
Yeah.
have created in their heads to prevent them from making the move.
Mm, yeah. It takes courage, isn't it? It does take courage to branch out, but then again, you have to understand the reason why you want to branch out
It takes action.
and
The courage
action.
comes, yeah, the courage comes after, right? Like if you're standing on the edge of a thing and you've got a parachute, you're still scared, but it's the jump anyway.
Do it.
And so if you
Mm,
don't jump, nothing's gonna happen.
yes. I love where this conversation is going. And this podcast series is all about, just really acknowledging the journey of fantastic black men like yourself, the impact that you're making, and then also like conversations around mental health as well. Because from your perspective as well, how would you say that the conversation around mental health and well-being as well, because you're in the well-being industry, has evolved over the years? Have you seen anything different for black men in particular?
I'd say even just looking at the whole world in general, the conversation I don't feel it's really moved on where it should be.
Okay.
A lot of ancient societies, they had this stuff on lock a long time ago.
Yes.
And ultimately, we can't separate the brain from the body. This is my big issue that we try to separate them. And I
Yeah.
get it. We need specialists in certain areas. I get that. I'm not saying we always try to, you know, separate the brain from the body. You can't. And if you want your mental health to be at its best, then you have to move your body.
Yes.
Like it's a no-brainer. Excuse the pun.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not moving your body, then the chemicals in your brain can't move. You can't get
Mm.
endorphins, you can't get serotonin, dopamine, blah 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 blah. So
Yes.
all relevant things for, and I think exercise and stuff gives you structure. It gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you independence. It
Yes.
gives you the ability to help yourself,
Yeah.
right? And this is where I think again it comes back to the identity. It's like if you look at generally who the people that we look up to, they all look after their bodies,
Yes. They
but
do.
they also spend time resting. And this is a big thing. So I think a lot of the issues with Black society right now is that we under rest, especially the women, because there's the whole strong Black women archetype. We need to
Mm.
bun that. We need to
Yes.
stop it. That's
I agree.
killing our parents by overworking, not
Yes.
looking after their health, not going to the doctor when they should go.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. Like we need to stop it.
Mm.
For me, you can't be strong if your body's not strong. So it doesn't make sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need a resilient brain and a resilient body.
Mm.
It can't be 50, it can't be 50 Cent. Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So my thing is where possible, and I get it, where the socio-economic things allow, where are you resting?
Yes. Wow. I don't think because when okay, so I think typically, especially when it comes to black men, the things we're seeing out there is men in the gym pumping, getting big, getting tonk, you know, and they're thinking about when it and you're just thinking about, the mind, the body connection, you can't separate the two. But the actual fact to kind of like lead into a little bit of softness, rest, perhaps even some martial arts, different ways to move the body. I don't think we see enough of that for black men out there, unless I'm not in the right places. Because what I'm seeing is people furious at the gym, pumping hard, and there's this whole different kind of look and persona around it.
So yeah, so here's the thing, right? I think in especially Jamaican culture, that martial arts has always been a big factor. Like we always grew up on Jackie Chan films, right?
Yes.
Or Bruce Lee and all that stuff. So I think if people looked at things like martial arts and yoga, because it's yin and yang, right? The
Mm,
gym is hard, rest
yeah.
is soft, or
Yes.
gentler movements are soft, and you can't have it without both, right? So if you're going to go into the gym, of course, but also do some yoga, do some animal flow, do some gymnastics, do things that are going to be outside of your normal comfort zone. Pick
Yeah.
a martial art. Muay Thai is a great one, I think, for people from a fitness point of view and
Mm,
self-defense anyway. Kung Fu is a big one, big one in my life, but also Tai Chi.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, because that's a martial art, but it shows you that you can be hard and soft. So I think martial arts is an underrated activity for Black people in general, considering we
Mm.
all grew up with Jackie Chan films, by the
Yes,
way.
exactly.
Um, I wish, and boxing maybe, I wish that more children got into those things. Yeah, for sure.
Mm. Okay, so it's a case of just starting younger, if possible, so that we can actually just take care of our one and us take care of ourselves as we get older.
Yeah, like I think one of the big things is this, right? Is that our parents don't always value things like sport when we're young.
Mm.
And I think if schools had martial arts in them, I think it would be a game changer for people.
Yes, yes. I love what you're sharing
I
there.
think it would change how people show up in their lives for sure.
Mm.
It
Not Go ahead.
definitely helped me anyway, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. And this is what I love about
Yeah,
this
no, I'm
conversation.
saying definitely, it definitely changed me. Um, my kung fu teacher was very hard, was very like to the point, and he didn't take any rubbish, but that helped me to learn to not get emotional about when things went wrong. It told
Okay.
me, right, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to go practice, try again, rather
Yes.
than sitting in the kind of wallowing phase of anything else? Just get on with it. Like what? You don't have much time, right? You don't want to go read. I think a book everyone should read is The Five Regrets of the Dead.
Okay.
I think everyone should read that, those books, that book, because
Okay.
it talks about how people on their deathbed are sitting there, people are sitting there waiting and then going, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. Makes sense?
It does make sense. So, along that theme, then, what legacy, if any, would you like to leave, then, Greg?
What legacy? Woo!
If
Um,
any.
I think a big one for me would be a legacy that the women I work with, I think I think there's a couple of things, is to show my son that he can
Mm.
live a life that he wants to do. And also that the women I work with also show their children how you can show up in every area of your life in a different way,
Oh, wow.
should you choose to.
Yeah. I can see where we're going there, Greg. That's a fantastic legacy to want to leave because you're just saying we're bringing it back to the younger generation as well. Because sometimes as we get older, it might be a little bit more difficult for us to choose to change our habits and the way of doing it. But if we can start to nurture it from a young age, and show and be model model excellence, really, show up as a role model, then perhaps you have an opportunity to
Mhm.
change the way the trajectory of life when it comes to our youth as well. Our youth. I feel like really old when I say that.
Well, for the youth, them.
The youth them. Let's change the trajectory of the youth them.
Well, you got to remember this, right? Very simply, is this, right? The children will only look up to how we behave.
Yes.
So, we've got problems with like knife crime and drug crime in especially in the UK. There's some issues there.
Mm,
But that's because someone's showing them a path that they think they can get by on. So it's down to us to show them a different path.
yes.
Um, and the only way we can do that is to be a lead, is to be example. Like, have you ever told a child to go to bed at 9 o'clock?
I've done my best. Yes.
Okay, so the only reason why it doesn't work?
It's because I'm not in bed at
Because
9.
yeah, exactly. You just nailed it. I remember I had a client, right? I had a client and she was like, Greg, I can't get any sleep, man. The kids won't go to bed. I'm like, okay, so what are you doing at 10 o'clock? Oh, well, it's wind down time. I'm like, well, you're the hero of their lives.
Mm, yeah.
So they're seeing you sitting there watching Netflix. They're like, well, why can't I? Because I want to be like you.
Oh gosh. No, you just brought back a memory of those times when I used to get told to go to bed and you creep upstairs and your parents are sitting downstairs in the living room and you start creeping downstairs and you're looking through the banister just to see what is going on.
Yep. Yep.
That brought back a
Exactly.
memory.
Exactly. Listen, we've got Netflix, right? Everything's recorded. You're not missing nothing. Go just go on out your bed,
Yes.
right? But and we have to remember that kids see everything. They see every little thing. They
Yeah.
think we didn't see it. They saw it. They know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing. We are coming to the end of this great conversation. I always love our conversations because it goes into so many wonderful directions and it's so deep. I love it. There's so much to take away from our conversations. But before we go, there's two questions that I'd love for us to just explore for the listeners. So the first question I would like to ask you, Greg, is what key takeaway would you like to leave the listeners with from this conversation?
If you don't address the identity, nothing will change. You can have all of the best tactics, you can have all the marketing, you can have all of but if your identity, if you freeze at doing it, or your brain rejects whatever you're trying to do, it's not going to happen. So you have to think of yourself as, I am a millionaire business owner, I am an
Mm,
athlete, I am whatever, and I'm going to act accordingly. You act first, the results come later.
There we go. Love that one. Act first. Believe. Dream big. Dream big, as you said before earlier in our conversation too. Now, the next question that I'd love to ask you is, what is one question every man, especially black men, ought to consider asking himself regularly?
Who am I being?
I be. Whew. And stick to the fact, right?
Look at the data.
Mm,
The
okay.
data is, how many good friends have you got? How's your relationship? Um, how's your body looking, feeling? All tangible data. If you start putting adjectives in,
Yeah.
nothing, no.
Yeah.
How's your bank account, right? How's your cash flow?
Yes.
It's all data,
Oh no. Is
right?
data is data? Yes.
So it's that classic thing of if you can't hear, you must feel, right? So if you start to ignore all these things, you're going to feel it at some point.
Yes.
So the question has to be every day, and this is a practice I have, right? So I read my superhero identity statement
Excellent. Excellent.
every day without fail. Like I
Yeah.
just look at it, I'm just like, right, okay. Am I acting the standard that I said I would or not?
Yeah.
It's a yes, no question. If I decide not to, it's my choice, and that's okay.
Mhm. Yes.
Remove the emotional layers from it. That's what it is. You made choices. It's choices.
You make choices. And then you read it every single day. Then do you reflect at the end of the day to see if you were in that
Yeah.
superhero? Yes.
It's just really easy because my thing's really simple. Like I'll send it to you afterwards. Just you, only
Yeah.
you can see. Like some of my
Oh.
clients, it's
Mm-mm.
really simple. It's just like, but it's like, okay, did I train today?
Yes.
Did I rest today? Did I eat good food? Did I show up powerfully for my clients? Did I show
Mm.
up powerfully for my partner?
There we go.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Did I do the things on my calendar I said I would do?
Yes.
It's none of it is rocket science.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's my skill is to understand the people's blind spots. Like I can do all the fitness stuff. I know that stuff inside out. I can tell you if you should do hit, build muscle. It's like for me, yeah, that's like, yeah. My question is hey, what's the underlying story you've got that means you didn't choose to have a lunch break today?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I love those self-reflection questions. Action, take action. And that's what I absolutely love from this conversation is actually do it. Drop the can'ts, the will not, cannots to actually can and will and do it.
This is why self-help books don't work. Like every self-help book is exactly the same thing rewritten about a million ways.
Mm,
None of them really tell you anything different.
yeah.
The only people that get rewarded is the people that have taken the action.
Yes.
The people that have taken the action have often failed more times than you've attempted. So then that's the issue.
Mm,
And if your identity can't handle that, you need to understand what it is about it. Because I guarantee there's probably a story somewhere where your parents like told you off because you didn't achieve something.
yeah. Yes. Yes.
And if you're holding on to that story, then and you can't drop it or bring it with you, then you're always going to have problems, right? You won't be able, when you see failure, you're going when something doesn't go right, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm a failure."
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why you do great work as the identity architect, because as you said, there can be self-help books galore out there. However, we do need typically someone to help us to see our blind spots, to unpick it, to get to, I always say, peeling the onion, getting down to those layers, because the root of the work comes at the identity. And quite often we have got to the age of our life, the stage of our life where we've got so much to have to actually just really unpick. And this is where the greatness like Greg can come in.
Let me explain just very quickly. I think so. I grew up with like Jackie Chan film. Jackie Chan was one of my
Yeah,
idols, right?
yeah,
But every film was the same. There was this old man, often an old drunk,
yeah.
who like teaching him some secret style.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man would always like had this greater wisdom. That's how I learned. This is how I started to understand this stuff. That The old man, it wasn't because the old man was actually better than Jackie Chan why he could teach him. The old man had just failed so many times and learned what to do next. So
Yeah.
Jackie Chan could get better faster. It's Kung Fu Panda. Listen, if anyone wants some self-help, right, just watch Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the ultimate in like self-development. Kung Fu
Mm.
Panda. Forget all of these other. Kung Fu Panda is the one.
Yes.
But I think that's what really helped me to understand that if I can see something here that you're missing that will move you faster, let's just do it.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't, I don't care about my client's weight. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I care about how they show up for themselves. Show up for yourself, the weight will come off as a byproduct anyway.
You see, you see, that's it. It's that inner work, getting deep there. And ultimately, like you said, some people can go on 16,000 diets throughout the course of their lifetime, but actually they have not achieved the weight loss, the weight goal. But it doesn't start there. It doesn't start there. So
They've taken on someone else's identity. They've taken on their mum's identity that they need to lose weight, and when they told them that they were seven, or the dinner lady who got them on the scales at school when they were younger and said, "Oh, you
yes,
need to lose weight." That's the story
absolutely.
they carry, and then they're not carrying their own story.
Do you know what? There are so many wounds out there that people are carrying as well. But when you get to that layer of what might have wounded me during this, because it's often some wound as well that has triggered our behaviors now. So when you get there, and obviously you're guided with somebody in a place where you feel safe to be able to delve deep, then this is where the transformation happens, the powerful work happens. You've got so many success. I mean, I follow your stories and I follow your accounts anyway. You've got so many success stories out there, so many powerful testimonials. So we know this works. So we know that you are the architect when it comes to identity. You are the person. You are the
I'm not
man. You're
even the
the man.
architect. I'm not even, I'm not even the architect, really. It's the client. They're the
Mm,
architect.
okay. Yes. Art design it, Greg.
I guide. I'm like Yoda or Mr.
Yeah.
Miyagi.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax on, paint the fence. But it's all your creation. I just help you see where your old identity is still clinging onto you and what we need to do to move it forward.
Yes.
I'll write you the best training program. That's fine. I'll tell you know what to eat anyway. It's not like you don't. So
Yeah.
don't tell me you don't that to eat 4 donuts a day is not going to be good for you. You already know that.
Yes.
You're smart. My clients are smarter than that. You're smarter than that. Everybody is smarter than that. It's what's driving what's the story that's driving the decision to do that. When we fix
Mm.
that, everything is easy.
Boom. Greg, thank you so much. Boom. Thank you so much for this absolutely amazing conversation. Thank you.
Thank
Now,
you for having
when
me.
people want to reach out to you, they want to contact you, follow your work, where can they find you?
My website, gregfearon.co.uk. You can read obviously my some of my testimonials. I can't get them all on there.
Mhm.
Um, I have a podcast, the Identity Architect Podcast. LinkedIn, Greg Fearon, Facebook, Greg Fearon.
Brilliant. Have you got any programs out at the moment as well that people might want to tap into?
Yeah, so I have the $1 Million Body Method. And what that is you work with me for between 6 and 12 months to become the woman that you say you want to be. That's ultimately what it is. Like, if you want to be the hot body gal, then you do
Yes.
that. If you want to be the leader of your business, but the fit, healthy one, that's what will help you do.
Yes.
But beware, this is not a you exercise this way, eat this calories, all the rest of it. That's a minor part of the program.
Yeah.
The main work is who are you? What are you doing why are you doing the things you're doing now?
Gosh, I love that. Greg, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you
Fantastic.
for having me. Thank you. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. First guest for this very special series, and for everybody who has listened to this wonderful, fabulous, powerful conversation that we have done today. I want to thank you. Thank you for your time, for your attention, and for your energy. And until the next episode, take great care of yourself and others too.